Action!
It is coming this summer. Welcome back. We are your hosts. I am Ryan Superbad Sharp. Over there we got JB and Martin. Today, more Marvel. Since Marvel's hot, it's always been hot. It's been hot for the past 10 years. We got Doctor Strange dropping in like 2 weeks, like a couple weeks, right? And now Moon Knight is coming out week to week. So I wanted to discuss, ready? Which movies from phase 1 through 3 would have been good Disney Plus shows had it been existed for the past like 10 years or so.
Okay.
Right? If there was a Disney Netflix from like 2008 forward, what characters would have had better TV shows than movies? Like Iron Man. Like what would the Iron Man show be like?
That'd be garbage.
It'd be, well, you would have to spend a lot of time. It would be like 2 or 3 episodes like in the cave.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Could you break it down though, where you could almost turn any of the characters into a show though, right? Kind of.
That's what I mean, but which ones would have done better, I think, as shows? Like an Ant-Man show instead of it being a movie. You know, even though that movie is like paced really well and like it hits all the points, and it being like a heist movie really works, but it being a TV show, you know, would have been,
I don't know. I think
honestly, I think better. But or TV shows now. Which TV shows now would
now
have
would
been
be
movies?
a movie. That's a good one too.
Right. We've discussed that a lot. Like,
I definitely would say I think like Falcon and Winter Soldier could have been a movie.
yeah.
It could have been tighter.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, not that it's a bad thing, but it could have definitely been edited down to be.
Could have been
a
cut.
movie.
Yeah. We would have gotten way less, but it still would have been.
Hawkeye too, even though I love Hawkeye, and I think that was.
Right. Or which characters from movies who should have had shows back then?
You know who should have had a show instead of a movie? Captain Marvel.
Okay, there you go. See, now we're,
It took me a second.
because you build up for the whole season, like the relationship with her and Nick Fury, and then at the end you build like Jude Law as like the bad guy, and like a twist like that would work better
After a television show, yeah.
After a television show. Give me 10 episodes. Give me 6 episodes. You know, if they're all an hour
I don't need
longer.
10 episodes of real.
Right. I think, yeah, that show would have been a better TV show. You could have like opened every episode with some like 90s song. You know, there would have been a lot more 90s.
Yep.
Like it would have been more of a period piece instead of like there's a blockbuster.
Okay, I'll give you
Radio
one more.
Shack.
Then I think Guardians of the Galaxy would have been better.
That was
as
my
a
next
television
one.
Show.
I think it
Because Space
genuinely
Adventures,
would've.
weekly
Yep.
Space Adventures would have been cool.
Yep. It would be more like a space like sitcom, like
Right.
adventure comedy. Yeah, instead of it's like a
Which is why we're getting the holiday special, right?
right. And I think they're gonna be a little bit more rompy. I just watched Guardians 1, and it's like it's funny and it's like a comedy, but that shit is like James Gunn made like a space epic. You know what I mean? Like it looks so good, dude. That movie is
it's a
stunning.
good movie.
So as a show, I think it would have done better instead of.
It was still a smash hit.
Well, I know, but like I mean, like there would have been more of it. You know, we got more time with them. You know,
Yeah.
Like the first one, it's great, but it's like it's a little quick for them to be like, let's die
got
together. You know what I mean? It's like 20 minutes
Yeah.
after they escape prison. You know
That's
what I
why
mean?
I think the Avengers feels so good because they had all the movies to get.
They had all the
everything.
time. Yeah, they had all the time to set it up. But like, that's a
Yeah,
problem.
you're not
Like
wrong.
Eternals, you know, is just like here they are. There's
Yeah, you were
13
pitching
of
for that
them.
to be a show instead
There's-
from the beginning.
I think it should have been. I genuinely think with that many characters, there's like 13 of them, dude. Like, they're
Yeah,
like,
why not?
we all introduce them in like in the first act, and you have to sit with these characters now for a 2-hour movie, and it's like nobody gets enough time. That's the problem with like Infinity War and Endgame. You know, it's like, yeah, everybody's in it, but like Star-Lord's in it for like a total of 5 minutes. You know,
Well, Endgame for sure. At least in Infinity War,
they got screen
they
time.
got some screen time.
Yeah, but literally everybody, especially
I think
in
Shang-Chi
Endgame.
would have been a good television show too.
Exactly. Yeah, you spend
Let
a
him-
lot of time.
Give
with
him a
the
little more
backstory.
time to,
Yep.
to hang out with the dad instead of rushing that right on out.
Yeah,
Because
he's
they were
like-
only going to get him in that movie.
Yeah.
That's why. You're not going to see, I can't remember, Tony, what's his name? He's a famous Asian actor. He's not going to come back for any more MCU stuff.
the Mandarin.
No,
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. That's probably why they didn't go the TV route. But man, 6 episodes of that and a build up of that with him fighting his dad, that would have been cool.
Would have been really cool. We get yeah.
I think Iron Man, Hulk,
Yeah.
Captain America, I think all those were good as movies, honestly.
Hulk, I think, is a good movie, but I think it should have gotten a show also. You know,
It's so screwed up with the switching of the actors already and the Paramount stuff that I think.
I just watched the first Hulk movie. Edward Norton isn't bad. It would have been
No, he was
weird.
just a prima donna from what the rumors were. He wanted to rewrite the movie, and he
Right.
wanted to,
I couldn't imagine him as Hulk now.
No,
you
Ruffalo
know?
kills it
He's Hulk
for
now.
that personality of Hulk that they were looking for. Ruffalo was the choice.
A little timid.
I hated
but,
it
like,
initially.
still assertive.
I'll admit that. When they announced that as the switch, I was like, you're moving on from Edward Norton
to Mark Ruffalo.
But then after seeing him for 2 minutes, you're like, all right, I see why. I get it.
I buy it. Yeah, that was in Avengers when they made that change, right? Or
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything else was just like post credits and hints and stuff to the Hulk.
Like a Black Widow show back then.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like that would have
That
been.
movie though is underrated. It just came out. It's too late.
It's too late.
I actually thought it was a
too
decent
late.
movie.
It's
The
great.
action sequences were great.
It's funny. Yeah.
What is her name?
Yelena.
Yeah,
Florence Pugh.
Florence
Yeah,
Pugh.
man, she's great, especially in Hawkeye. Oh my God, it doesn't compare to Black Widow.
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a Black Widow show would have done that character justice. Back
maybe
then,
they could have
you know?
re-edited the movie into a show and put that on, and it wouldn't have had to been. We wouldn't have to wait 2 or 3 years before with the delays of COVID and everything.
Right.
And I know there was a lawsuits and all that, but if that was going to happen anyway, they might as well have just turned it into a show.
A TV show.
If it was
yeah.
2-hour movie, add all the extras, turn it into a 6-episode, 30-minute an episode show.
Yeah. The Hawkeye show should have come out back. Not this Hawkeye show,
No,
but
but
a
this,
Hawkeye show.
again, they nailed
Yeah.
this.
They did.
I think
It
they
was perfect,
realized
but-
after the Black Widow thing that they better do something right now with Hawkeye.
For some reason, Black Widow was too late, but Hawkeye was perfect timing, I think. Because it was like a retiring of the character. But it's like, you did Black Widow
you got
after
to
she
see
died.
the post. Yeah, you
So
got
it's
to see
like,
that end of
yeah.
that relationship and how he handled it.
Her
And
death
now-
would have mattered more had we got that movie before
Yes,
fucking
that I
Endgame.
agree.
Like,
But her death matters now because he's basically taken a new
mentor.
now he's
friend,
got what's her name?
Prodigy or whatever.
Okay,
Kate.
Yeah.
Kate
Like that's
Bishop.
basically another Black Widow, but with arrows. So now they're going to be a team. You know what I mean? So that's basically
Right.
what that was. That was him getting over it and accepting a new.
Yep. And especially putting Yelena in that show to like
To
as
really
also,
cement
like,
all
a
that
send-off.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think that show would be like
It was so good. I still can't get over how good. They better do another Christmas time one this year too.
holiday special. Guardians. We'll get Space Christmas.
Yeah,
now.
but that's one movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're getting like a
think so.
2-hour Guardians movie. So we're basically getting like a 4th movie for
You want-
Guardians in all seriousness.
a Wakandan Christmas. You want Black Panther Christmas?
Black Panther I'd actually would have taken as a television show because that world of Wakanda and the vibranium and everything going on would be pretty cool.
It did, but Black Panther is too quick, and especially it being the only movie that we've gotten from that world, it's like
Well, that's why I think TV would have been better.
TV would have been way better. Yep. You set up Michael B. Jordan more as instead of just being like twist, he's bad, evil guy, he's Black Panther now. It's like no, you build up Wakanda. You maybe have him.
I kind of want to see Bucky was there for 6 months or
little bit,
whatever.
right? He was there.
I mean,
What's
Bruce
up with
Bruce
that?
has stopped by. So hold on a second. Like,
Yeah.
let me
Yeah,
take me to Wakanda.
right. Wakanda looks dope too,
Right.
and especially I needed a couple days of like ruling. That would have been a whole episode of him as king, and then at the end of that episode, Michael B. Jordan comes a knocking or whatever.
I guess though, I mean, it becomes what do you want the character to be? Because you're only going to be able to launch, no matter how big the show is, you're only going to be able to launch so big of a character if he's launching on the show. You know what I mean? Like Loki, Wanda, and WandaVision.
Well, Moon
They
Knight.
all started.
Yep.
I was about to say
Is a
that's
brand
the
new
first
character.
one
Yep.
that
was
wasn't
thinking
already
about that.
somewhat established.
Now I watched Guardians the other day, like I said, and I said in the Moon Knight episode, go watch the Moon Knight episode. I said the Marvel Studios logo feels weird in front of this show, and then I watched Guardians, and I'm like, well, it also felt weird when you're in theaters watching this. The problem with Guardians is James Gunn fucking nailed it, and
He's a good director.
He's a great director.
He's like a
And
rated R
it's like,
Spielberg.
that movie could not fail. Like nobody knew who the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy were. And
No, do you know how many stories came out saying like this might be Marvel's first miss, and they might have be taking too many chances, and by
no.
talking raccoon and a tree.
Right. No, bro.
And
I
then
think
they nailed
I think
it.
they hit the nail on the head with Guardians. And Moon Knight feels weird just because we've gotten the complete story of all these other characters, and it's like Moon Knight. Okay.
That's why I said
All
like
right.
the lesser characters are gonna get
Yeah.
these launches, and then they
But
slowly
where is
add
their
them to
place
the
going to be?
movies.
Like in Avengers 5, are we going to get Shang-Chi and Moon Knight fighting Kang? Like, you know what I mean? With,
I
like,
think they may be setting
Falcon-
something up for
Captain
another
Falcon.
5 years from now for like another in-game style.
I think
super
they're just
event.
trying to put characters in there just to like build up the roster. And
Right.
like I'm okay with it, but like again, like I was saying on the Moon Knight episode, I need more Marvel things coming out at the same time. Like do a couple shows, like Miss Marvel and Moon Knight, so I can hate Miss
But
Marvel.
I think that
and
has
I'll
more to do
boost,
with trying to get subscribers and you drawing that out.
Okay.
If you're Disney,
like the monthly
Right,
subscriber.
yeah.
Okay.
because
I
if you're
can
like,
see that.
okay, I got 6 new shows. There's a
Then I only
Monday,
need to
Tuesday, yeah,
subscribe for the month. And
yeah. Then they're out.
okay,
Yep.
that's fair.
That's what that is. And I
okay.
think they're trying not to burn people out with the Marvel stuff the best that you can possibly do.
Yeah.
And mixing it up like this kind of helps, man.
Movie
you
show,
know?
movie show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to, and you're right. I mean, you don't have to. You almost do, but you could skip a lot of the shows. Like this is one of those examples where you've been saying
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Moon Knight right now, you don't need it.
You're
You
right.
could totally skip it, and right
You're
now,
right.
I mean, maybe in 5 years you might want to go. You might want to go check that out, but
You're right. It's just the first couple when Kevin Feige was like, you don't need to watch the shows. It's like, well, you need to watch WandaVision, Captain America,
you
Loki.
should. Like, I can understand where he's coming from WandaVision. You don't necessarily have to, but man, it makes you care about the characters a lot more.
It's a direct tie-in to Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but they
too.
don't show you. It is, but it isn't. Like at the end of that episode, besides her being in the cabin, there's no showing you that the entire world.
Okay,
universe
but
is
from the
split.
trailers we've seen from Doctor
Right,
Strange.
But I'm
okay,
just saying,
yeah,
like from a complete.
yeah.
Like if you skipped that show and went from Endgame to No Way Home to Strange,
But if
you
you
would
don't-
miss a lot.
But if you don't watch it, they show like the house and like her kids, and like if you didn't watch that show, you'd be like, what?
But it's just some backstory, just like Moon Knight. We don't have any other that, and they introduce us to his wife and everything else that's going
Okay.
on. So,
All right.
but
Yeah.
you're right, Loki, you really almost kind of have to. Well, with No Way Home, I feel like they took. You're right. The shows you almost have to, but you don't because No Way Home kind of took away needing to watch WandaVision or Loki because they blew everything up. So if you somehow skipped the television shows, you're not out of the loop completely because you just saw No Way Home and Doctor Strange just messed everything up, and now I'm going to see
Not
Doctor
completely,
Strange.
just for some
Deeper
of the Wanda
context.
stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
You'd be
I think
like-
you'll care about the characters more. Like I could care less about the WandaVision relationship until that show, and then you're like, you're crying, going, "No, let's stay
Yeah.
together or die."
I want to see the numbers for like people who go watch WandaVision after Doctor Strange 2
True.
like,
That's
people
you
who,
might be
like,
right.
wrote that show off.
I meant to share the thing in the Reddit today, and I can't remember if I did or didn't. But there was a story saying that the pirate show that I've been telling you that we need to watch and review.
Yeah.
It actually is for new shows. It's been outranked Moon Knight.
Wow. Really?
Yep.
A Marvel show?
Yeah.
Is it on a new season? You were saying, or
It just wrapped up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
The Taika Waititi. He plays Blackbeard, or
yeah, it's got the British guy, right?
it's got it's a whole.
Yeah.
We gotta do that. More
I
people
should
need
check
to watch
that show
that
out.
show.
Yeah, for sure. HBO Max has a lot of those like gems.
They
You
just
know,
don't really.
they don't. Their marketing sucks.
Well,
Yeah.
now they got now that's all changing. We
Yeah.
should do a whole video about that.
Oh, we actually should do that, but
Whole Discovery Warner Brothers situation.
maybe we wrap this guy up. So let us know what shows you think should be movies and what movies you think should be shows. Daredevil movie would have been pretty dope. Charlie Cox
Yeah,
Daredevil.
I think they're still
right?
scared since the Affleck days.
Yeah,
Affleck.
put Ben Affleck in Doctor Strange 2. You got anything else?
No, I'm done.
Cool. You're welcome.